Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you are fine and stay healthy. In this video, we will continue our previous material, that is structures of narrative text atau struktur teks naratif. Then, what's the purpose of this learning? Tujuan pembelajaran kali ini, siswa diharapkan mampu memahami struktur dari teks naratif. Now, let's move on to the material. Do you still remember the definition of narrative text? The definition of narrative text is an imaginative story that is used to entertain the reader. The story in narrative text has series of events which is related to another. Some narrative stories have moral value in the end of the story. And the next is kinds of narrative text. There are some kinds of narrative text. They are fable, fairy tale, myth, science fiction, mystery, and legend. And the last is generic structure. Generic structure is the series of events in a story. There are three kinds of generic structure in narrative text. The first is orientation, the second is complication, and the third is resolution. The definition of orientation is the beginning of a story that contains introduction of character, setting of place or time in the story. Complication is where the problem is developed, and the resolution is where the problem in the story is solved, or it's the end of the story. And here is the story of Timun Mas and the Green Ogre, which has divided into three kinds of generic structure. The first is orientation, the second is complication, and the third is resolution. The first paragraph is orientation, because the first paragraph introduces the character of the story, that is Timun Mas, which had been being hunted by the Green Ogre. The second paragraph is complication. The problem of the story is developed in this part, that is, the ogre wants to marry Timun Mas, but Timun Mas rejects it. And the third paragraph is resolution. In this part, it is the ending of the story, where the problem of Timun Mas was solved. So, that are the three kinds of generic structure from story Timun Mas and the Green Ogre. So, it's the end the material for today. If you have any question, please contact me. Thank you for your time. I hope this material will be usefulness. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.